What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of our Players Championship here in our career mode on EA Sports PGA Tour. If you missed the last episode, it was the first 2 rounds at the Players, and we were tested at TPC Sawgrass. We started off round 1 pretty comfortably. I think we were at about 5 or 6 under par, and then the wind came, and the wind came fierce. And on day 2, we struggled to even get under par. Thankfully, I think we finished the day about 2 under par, but we did get tested at the 17th and 18th. We found the water. We made a bogey. The drink claimed one of our balls there at the ever famous par 3 at TPC Sawgrass. And today we head into the weekend. So today's video will be part 3 and 4. We did make it to the weekend, as you can see on the leaderboard. We are still tied for 5th, so we did have a slightly under par second round, which is good. Tony Finau and Wise both shooting 10 under par. So it's going to be a big challenge out there. But the big news of the day is the fact that the wind did not go away. It got stronger. So yesterday we dealt with 10-mile-per-hour wind, which was actually pretty gusty around that course. And today we're headed into round 3 with 8 to 12-mile-per-hour winds. So it's going to require everything we got here. This is, like I said, the first real test of the season for us. And I'm super excited just to be playing here on the weekend. Again, anything can happen when you go to tournament-style conditions in gusty conditions. So
and the PGA Tour
very excited. Looking forward to seeing what we can put together this weekend. Hopefully we have a good round 3 so we can go into round 4, get partnered with somebody near the top of the leaderboard. But a lot of low scores dropping out there. We were actually, I was disappointed on how we finished in round 2, but I was really happy that we were able to just drop a couple red figures because yesterday was incredibly difficult to get to the ball and stop on the green. Especially when, like I've been talking about all week, we don't really have the skill points to, counteract the crazy winds. So now we go into this and we just got to put our heads down and see what we can do to really just find any momentum in this tournament and see if we can't pull out something magical. So here we go. Hole 1, we're already being tested. 12-mile-per-hour gusty wind right to left. So we're going to just try and hit it down the right side of the fairway, see if we can't draw it back.
Physically, technically, and
again, we'll be playing the natural wind draw or fade depending on where the wind is at. Obviously, if it makes sense to try and add some shot shaping to it, we will. Again, my only issue with that is when I do that, it opens up the door for mishits because I don't have a lot of skill points in that area. And we're just going to try and put it all together. But here we go. Shot number 2 on hole 1. Yesterday, we dropped an absolute dart to kick off. I think we did it in both rounds to start with a birdie. There's a pretty attackable hole. As you can see, we cut off most of that with a really nice drive. This one's starting to fade a little bit to the left, so not bad. We still got it back to the pin high, 12 feet putt. And let's just see if we can't start off as strong as we've started the last few days. It's pretty easy green, probably arguably the easiest one of the tournament. Okay, so obviously it was a downhill putt, but it was only slightly downhill. How is it that had 0 break on it? I think this is actually a relatively straight putt, and I think the putting beads are a little more aggressive than they probably should be. I mean, that one did try and snap back to the left, so maybe I did just hit it way too quick on that first putt. But hey, a par on 1 will never hurt. Tony Finau now through 10, so 10 under par is the benchmark so far out on the course. Lots of golf to be played. Hole number 2.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
And let's just so this one is interesting because we will have to attempt to put a bit of a fade on this bad boy, because if we don't, the wind is just going to spit it out to the right side in the pine straw. We definitely can't have that. So here we go. Big drive, big fade.
Not disappointed, but obviously you lose at least half a shot.
Perfect. So, oh, it hit those trees? No way. How does it hit those trees? That's like 240 yards out there. Oh, man, I thought I just hit an absolute beautiful fade, and somehow it still managed to clip those trees. And now on a par 5, we are a monster of the way back.
For a second to the par 5.
Again, we're going to lay up on a lot of these par 5s because I just don't have the trust in my long game to stop it where we need to stop it. And with water coming into play on a lot of these holes, we don't want to risk anything stupid here and basically derail our round before it even really gets started. So a good shot back into the fairway. I mean, from the fairway to the fairway, but in a good position after that unfortunate little break off the driver.
Elected to lay back here, Frank, but still
So here's a tough one. 12-mile-per-hour wind pretty much into our face, left to right. We're going to have to...
basically go at
I think we're going to change our shot type to just an approach and just hit a normal 60, hoist it way up in the air. So I'm going to add some high little shot to this, add some loft, and see if the wind kind of pulls it back towards the front of the green near that flag stick. This is going to take a full swing here. Well, I've hoisted it way up like I wanted to. It's starting to balloon. It should get some rollback. It gets a lot of rollback. Sit, please. Sit. Sit. Oh, that just shows you how strong the wind is. I mean, maybe adding the loft probably wasn't the play. I just wanted to make sure I got it up over that ridge. We definitely got it up over that ridge. And unfortunately, we've left ourselves with a 46-foot putt back up the hill, all right to left the whole way. We got to make sure we get it there. So I'm going to add quite a bit of power onto this and well out to the right. And just hope we get it to that tier that the green's on, or the hole's on, and not follow through all the way to the downslope. Because if this goes past the hole too much, we're in a world of trouble. So just hopefully we get the pace right here. That's a pretty good putt. Oh, stop. Okay. That's a good spot to leave it. 5 feet 10 inches to the cup now. We'll take that one. It's obviously not the prettiest putt I've ever made, but this should be pretty straightforward. A tiny bit left to right, back up the hill. Let's go. We'll take that. Unfortunately, the only issue I really had on that hole was just the tee ball getting clipped in those trees. Again, I feel like I hit that almost as good as I could have, and it looked perfect until it didn't, which is a very unfortunate situation there. However, we head to the par 3, 177. All of these par 3s are going to be extremely difficult in these wind conditions, so just got to be confident that I picked the right club, and it has died down a little bit, at least at this part of the course. So I think an 8-iron probably is the play. I'm going to take a little bit off of it, kind of aim it right at this little collection area. If the wind gets a hold of it, it should get back to that pin, and hopefully it lands soft enough. We do have a decent amount of loft being an 8-iron. I've taken too slow of a tempo. That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect if I hit it with good tempo, so... Power was perfect, tempo was slow, which means it's going to kick even more to the right, especially in that wind. Safe putt, or safe play, so now we got an uphill putt. Everything's been pretty fast, so I'm actually not going to kill it, but it is going to go right to left up this hill, so we need to make sure that we give it enough credit, respect, hit the ball firm, get up that hill, go, get legs, get legs, get legs! Okay, I'm happy with that.
That's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
I'm happy with that. Not enough power, but I did not want to kill it and risk going off the green, so. Another good par. Steady Freddy out here. 3 pars through 3 holes. We got to start trying to get a couple of these to drop here. There's more par 5s out there. Par 3s, you know what, you take your medicine, you make the par, kind of that's basically my mentality this whole week, and if the wind continues, that's basically all we got to play with. So par 4 here, split by that water, a very difficult green to attack, but if we get a good drive, which we should, the wind is going to hurt this one, so this might be a long way back. If we can get it to the 100-yard flag stick, or pin marker out on the fairway, geez, brain fart, then I think we'll have... That might be the first time I've ever had that. I don't remember my player having that. I think we did that in a course review. That might be the best drive I've hit into this amount of wind on the tour yet. That was incredible. Let's go, baby. Sets ourselves up for a great approach in for birdie. We're going to aim way back there. Let's go. Come on, wind. Don't you screw me over here. Can we take advantage of that monster drive? We've gotten it past the pin. It's going to snap back. It needs to stop, though. Please stop. Holy crap, these greens are so fast in this wind. I don't know if finesse shot's going to be the play into this. That's still exactly how I highlighted it. That's what I wanted to do. It just came back so quick. Turn in there, turn in there, turn in there. Oh, almost had enough.
Didn't get it all the way there.
So unfortunately, after that beautiful cinematic tee shot, first one I've seen with my created golfer, we only settle for a par. So TPC Sawgrass is making me work out there today. But we'll take that. We'll definitely take that. That's confident stroke off the tee. Pretty much almost exactly how I drew it up for a finesse shot, and just the greens are grabbing it and snapping it back, and the wind being in our face is only going to help the ball roll off the green.
If you want to reduce this par 4,
so let's see if we can follow up that tee shot with another gorgeous one here. This is the stretch of the holes where it gets very difficult with the wind pushing back into our face right to left, but we've hit another really good looking tee shot here. 273 in that kind of wind we'll take every day of the week. Rolls out to 288. We have a long iron. It'll be a long iron in this wind. So 7 iron probably won't get there. I think it's a soft 6. I think 7 will be too little. I think a full 6 will be too much. So I'm probably looking to take even less than what I just calculated for. But I think 6 iron. Oh, that's just snapping left. Too much. 7 may have gotten there, but I still like my choice. I was confident with it. I was just wrong tempo again. This is a tough day. This is a very tough day. Now we got a chip shot. We'll keep with the 60 because we want spin coming down this hill. Bite, 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 bite. Please. Oh, my God. Wow, dude. We've played some tough tournaments in this game. Sawgrass, under what the conditions they've had in this tournament, might be the most difficult greens to land close to the pin that I've encountered in this early, 8-week-long career, 7-week-long career. Now we just got to get it back up the hill. Hopefully it turns over right to left. Scare the hole. Scare turn. Turn. Oh, no. Our first mistake. Dang it. Oh, man, this course is so challenging. It's really just the greens that are so challenging. That's not the start we wanted. Par start through 4. Bogey's the 5th. Now we're scrambling to get back to the red numbers. Just get back to even is going to be, it's going to take a lot, so we got to start taking advantage of some of these shorter par 4s. But when the wind is into our face, it's hard to do that. So this is a complete side spin this time. I think we're just going to play with, let the wind, naturally bring this ball back to the fairway. Another good rip here will leave us with a very short wedge shot into this short par 4. My tempo is not great today, so that's going to have to go right. Kick off that hill. All right. Got a favorable kick, but my tempo is really, really going to be... It's going to be enhanced in the wind. That's one thing you guys, if you don't know, any miss hit, so any slow tempo, any miss hit on pace even, so your backswing, is going to be amplified due to wind. And now we got a 60 degree. We're going to hoist it way out to the left. The wind should naturally bring it back. Even some side spin to get it to the other side of the hole would be really nice here. I've hit that one really well. This should be really close. Land soft. Just sit right there. Okay, that is a great executed shot right there. We have a chance to get that bogey back with an 11-foot birdie putt. Let's see if we can do it. Back up the hill, right to left. Not a ton of movement. I think only maybe a cup and a half, 2 cups outside from right to left. Back up the hill. That's a really good birdie to get back to even for the day. 8 under for the tournament. We needed that because there are birdies being made out there. You see Tony Finau now at 12 under. Matsuyama now at 11 under. So the big boys at the top of the leaderboard are not being phased by these crazy gale force winds. They're doing what they need to do, and now it's up to us to see if we can match that and at least stay near this number that we're at. So big draw. Big fade here off the natural wind. Oh my gosh, my tempo has been horrible all day. Hit the sand. Sit right there. Oh man, I need to regroup. Everything has been slow, which is just making every shot look horrible out of the wind. This is such brutal golf right now. I'm clubbing up. The wind's coming back into our face right to left. We do have a pretty bad lie. 87% is actually that's one of the lower numbers I've seen in just regular rough. The only problem is if it comes out on the other side, which is 94%, this is going to be long. But I'm playing that it's going to come out somewhere between those two numbers. Grab the wind. I've hit it hard and I've hit it a little fast, but this looks like it could be pretty good. You know what? From where we were from off that tee shot, we'll take that 9 times out of 10.
Good shot.
Gives herself a putt at birdie at least.
So a good shot.
Another
Really
very
awesome
difficult
chance for
one,
birdie.
slightly uphill, so I'm not going to add much power to it.
The third for this look at birdie.
And a very makeable look here. Not too much undulation at all. Maybe just a slight
Go in the hole.
move to the
Go in the
right.
hole. Let's go.
Yeah, that's good
That's
putt.
a beautiful
Birdie here
recovery
at
shot
one.
and an even
He'll
better
move it to
par, or
1 under.
birdie putt, not par,
Minus 9
birdie,
for
to
the
get to
tournament.
1 under for the day. As you see, Matsuyama through 5 holes has now tied Tony Finau at the top of the leaderboard. I think it said Tony was in the clubhouse at that number, so I'm not sure that'll hold all day.
Players are happy walking out of here with a
But we are
par 3.
attacking this with as much as we're giving this course as much as we can in the conditions that we're dealing with. So now you got a 246 par 3, wind into our face. I think I have to use a hybrid here to even get it back there, but a hybrid means that it's going to come in at a very low angle and it's probably going to bounce. We need this to be a perfect tee shot. I'm slow again. So whatever's going on is just slow tempo today. But I'll tell you what, that kick right there was a gift from the golfing gods, because I probably, with the way I'm playing today, didn't deserve that. That is, kiss that club, young man. Now we got a down the hill putt, so it's going to be fast. We know these greens are fast. I don't think it's actually going to move that much. I think it's going to move a tiny little bit to the right. That's 3 straight birdies. That is better than we did in any of the first 2 rounds. 3 straight birdies to get to 2 under par for the day, 10 under for the tournament, and now we're starting to put pressure, and Tony wasn't done, and unfortunately he has bogeyed the ever-famous 17th. So he is below Matsuyama now at 11 under par. So getting to double digits was a big thing early in this round. I figured it's going to get low out there. I mean, just because the winds, it's still a very scoreable course. You see that even in real life. So for those people that are like, you don't want to go to 25 under par, that might be a little unrealistic. Getting close to 20 for the tournament isn't at TPC Sawgrass. It all depends on the weather, and it all depends on the wind. And I don't know what I need to do to get out of this little slow funk. Thankfully, there's 40-yard wide fairways right now.
Really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row.
That's
Here's
a big
another
drive, though.
solid tee
That one
shot as
rolled for a
well.
long time. That nearly rolled 50 yards. So good tee ball there. Exactly what we needed following up 3 birdies. This one, we're not, again, it's not going to be stupid on any of these par 5s. Just club down 6 iron, get to a spot where we can have like a flip wedge in, and see if we can't string together something extra special. Does this need to sit? No, we're good there. Beautiful shot. So we've given ourselves another look at a 60-yard shot to get this one close for a 4th straight birdie, something we haven't really been able to do in a lot of these tournaments lately, is kind of string together a birdie train to get us back in a position we need to be. Even in the tournament we won, it was kind of birdie, par, birdie. Thankfully, we just did that all 4 days, and we weren't really contested with the wind out at the Florida Classic. But we know that's going to change out here in Florida. That's a pretty good pitch shot. Stop. Please stop. How does that one keep going? So I talked about this last video. If you watched part 1 and 2, I talked about starting to put points into certain areas of my game. I think a spinner shot is going to be something we really need to put points into as soon as possible, because while my pitch shot is gold, pitch shots don't have a ton of spin on them. And that one, I landed that 10 feet onto the green, and that rolled off the back of the green. If you have a spinner, which is ideally or pretty much just a pitch shot with a whole bunch of spin on it, that would have been perfect, I think. So unfortunately, now we're chipping back onto the green. A chance to chip this in for another birdie. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Not enough juice on that one. I just didn't want to kill it and get it too far down that hill. Now we have a slight down the hill putt, slight left to right, very small amount. Aim for the left side of the cup. Drip this one in.
Yeah, that's
It is a par. Our birdie streak ends at 3, but that is a pretty nice, another really solid 9 holes in the front 9 because we know what lies ahead towards the back end of the second 9. So to get out of there with 2 under par, keep some sort of momentum going from day 1 and 2. I'm pretty proud of that. And we go to the 10th hole. So things are going to get interesting here. About the last 4 or 5 holes are very, very challenging. We ran into this issue last time where I don't think that I'm going to be able to stop that before the fairway. So we will club down to a 3-wood, play the wind, get it back to the center. I'm still so slow on everything. I actually really don't know what's causing it to be slow. If anybody's been following for a long time, you know that my miss is about 3.2% fast. In this tournament, whether it's just mentally, I just don't want to mess up too much because of the wind. Oh, God.
Long way. His second out of the bunker.
I can't tell. I can't tell if this is going to hit that palm tree. I'm going to play a low fade. I'm going to try and really slingshot this around. The palm tree's definitely right in front of me, but if I can keep this low enough. Ah, it clipped it. I think it just clipped it. That would have been a perfect fade, too.
Nah, coming out of the
1.8% slow.
The ball and comes up
Michael,
well short.
I'm going to try a spinner here. This could be really stupid because it's bronze, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. We have the shot. It's just not. It's not dialed in that well.
Oh, off the flagstick.
That's one of those where it's like, oh, nice. You hit the flagstick, and then it turns out to be the worst possible outcome you could have had. Oh, God.
Facing 29 feet.
I think that would have landed like 4 feet past and stopped on a dime. That had so much spin on it. And now we got a pretty flat putt slightly up the hill, right to left, just to save par. Oh, that's the worst possible outcome that could have been. I've hit the putt pretty well. Go.
Nope.
Oh, man. I hate throwing away a bogey off a unfortunate. I mean, that tee shot cost me, for sure. You can admit that. That was a horrible tee shot. But the second shot looked so good, and then it clipped the last part of that palm tree. And then I threw an even better shot with the spinner into the flag, and it clipped about a foot high off the pin and bounced 30 feet to the right. Unlucky right there. But we do have a par 5 immediately following it up. Let's try and do what we did on last time we got bogey. Just try not to compound mistakes and take advantage of holes when you can. So another big drive here. Let's see if we can speed the tempo up. On cue. I really don't know how I'm playing it slow. I felt like I just hit that ball the exact same way I've hit every shot on this video so far, but I don't know. Sometimes whether it's just, you know, a slight hitch in your motion of your thumb or what it might be, but that is not a bad shot. We're not going to go for this. I know you guys don't like me laying up.
Decision time here at the par 5, and that lie really determines everything.
I don't even know what happened because I thought I hit that well.
Just how far?
That is so unfortunate when I actually think like, hey, I just hit something really well, and it comes out so bad. That was a slip, but it didn't even feel like a slip. I might need to get a new controller. I'm gonna blame it on the controller. All right, we're gonna punch this one out because I can't go high. Thankfully we have an opening straight at it. My goal here is just to land it right before the green. I think 7 is enough to get over that bunker. Even if it hits the slope of the bunker, it should have enough speed to hop over it. This is where tournaments can be won or lost, really. I've hit it well.
Oh, this doesn't look promising.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
That ball just had a mind of its own there. No way to get
Fudgesicles!
it. It winds up in the water.
No, I knew it was going to be fast.
This is going to be his 5th shot into this par 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing a golfer absolutely collapse at a very difficult golf tournament. This is not what I had. Oh man, I'm actually kind of embarrassed right now.
Much of an improvement.
That is
Frank, what do the great
horrible.
bunker players do?
Well, with
This to
short
get up
bunker
and down
shots
for a
like this,
double
which
now.
follow through is always a good key, but you've got to pick that spot.
Oh, we need to
It's an inch or
reset.
two
We
behind
need
the
to
ball.
mentally
Almost like
reset
a,
after
you're
that.
taking
That
a
was...
divot
There's
with the ball
no
in the middle
excuse
of
for
it.
what I just did there. I actually can't believe I just did that. There's been so many tournaments where I've literally avoided doing anything like that. Hey,
Yeah, that's good.
I guess we're all
putt.
human, and I
He
make
was for a
mistakes.
double bogey
That
setup.
second shot, I don't know
That's
how I
gonna
slipped
drop
that
him down
much.
the leaderboard just a bit.
And now I'm having flashbacks to Torrey Pines as we drop 2 shots,
Frank, what's so much
3
fun about
over
TPC
to start this
Sawgrass
back
is the
9
excitement
is
that it
definitely
generates
not
for
what
a
I wanted
fan
to do.
And how many different holes there are. 12 is a good
Fuck,
example.
man.
Yeah, 12
That's where
looks
you're
like
gonna
it's
see me
fresh
drop
from
a
Scotland.
a
You can
little
see
bit
why
of
Pete
anger.
Dye spent a lot of time
I'm
over
gonna
there.
go for this one now.
Tee shot looks straight
After
away,
that,
but
we
the second
gotta
shot is
take
blind.
every advantage we can get. A
The
very
shots you
short
get in
par
Scotland
4.
with the wedge where you just see the top of the
Absolutely
flags,
ripped it.
and
This
you've
should
got
be
to really guesstimate
nearly
on the
perfect.
yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance.
Frick, man.
This is
I actually
certainly
can't.
a birdie
That's
hole.
so unlucky. This one's going to roll a mile, but at least we're on the green with a putt at eagle. Dude.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4.
Not
We
only
haven't
was
seen a
that
whole
pitch
lot of people
shot
do it today.
what I
We
drew
just
up,
saw
I
it
didn't.
right
I
there.
guess
Well done.
I really didn't think if it landed at the front side of the green or just before the green, it had a chance to do what it just did. I was horribly mistaken. That was just a brain fart, I guess. But that second shot to even end up in the pine straw. Mike, you goober. Give me a chance at this. Just hit the hole. All right, well, we got a 6-foot comebacker now to try and take one of those bogeys out
Putter
of
has not been
our
at its
minds.
best, but this is a good look for birdie.
I would say our putter's been pretty solid, to be honest with you. I may have had a couple misreads.
Okay.
All right, we got one back. We cleaned up the 10th hole. Now we need 2 more just to get back the 2 shots we dropped on the hole before that. So obviously the very iconic, another iconic par 3 out here at Sawgrass. Beautiful design.
Different yardages here at the 13th.
Man,
81 yard.
that's
par
so
3.
deflating
This is,
and something
when
you just
have
can't
to be
happen out
careful
here.
on the tee there. Anything left's just going to be eaten up by that lake. Matter of fact, if you hit one with a little bit of a
Frick.
hook and it catches the mound, it can still kick into the lake. So this one here, just be a little cautious.
I'm starting to get my tempo down, so I guess we take some positives. I did club down because I didn't want risk of running it through. This could end up really good if it keeps going off this hill. Gets to the flat part of the green at the back there. Probably be a right to lefter. Not bad. I'll take that shot. That's a really good confident stroke. So it's actually a left to right up the hill. So the visual looked a little bit different here. This would get me right back in the right state of mind. And it just popped right off. So didn't respect that initial, foot or two of break. It just immediately popped off. I don't think I pushed that. It was only, what, 0.5% fast tempo.
Okay, safely in for par.
It's a
here at
safe par.
13. And
Gosh.
he'll remain right where
Even
he
for
is.
the day is ridiculous after shooting, what, 3 straight birdies? Thankfully, the guys around us aren't shooting ridiculous scores, so it definitely is showing you how hard Sawgrass is, because even on difficult courses, AI usually go out there and drop ridiculous numbers, but the wind around here is just seems to be destroying everybody right now. So we're definitely not out of this tournament. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot a bit.
And virtually no chance of reaching the par 4 and
Come on, turn a bit right. So now we have the opposite end of the spectrum where we're fast now. Yeah, it's safely there, and it's on the flat part, but we're gonna have to shape the shot around those palm trees, because I doubt with the wind it's gonna be a straightforward shot. We do have some clearance,
here at the 14th.
but I think I'm gonna.
Subtle mounds in this green.
I think I'm actually gonna play a shot against the wind here. I'm gonna aim way out left with the massive fade, tower it over those, land it on the right side of the pin, and hope it stops. That's what I'm aiming for. We'll see. everything about that shot executed to almost perfection,
And
other than
safely
distance.
on deck.
I didn't.
That's
I
the
probably
main
could have
thing,
clubbed down
but
to an
from
8.
distance,
That
you really don't wanna
apex
leave
looked
yourself like
beautiful.
a knee
That
knock,
flight
like 4
looked
or 5
beautiful.
foot, so this
It
first
went
shot's
around the
gonna have to
tree
be good.
exactly. It landed on the right side, just a tiny bit long. That was such a well executed shot. That may have been one of the better shots I've hit in this career to this date. Down the hill putt, slight left to right. It's got to try and come back right. Oh my gosh, it did.
No, I think he was about ready to
Oh
walk
man,
that in.
frig.
That looked
I
on
just,
target the whole way.
I shouldn't be mad with shots like
No
that
issues
and
there.
putts like
Gave
that.
us a par here at
But it's
14.
only because I started at
He'll
+3
stay
on this back
right
9. I'm
where he
still
is.
2 over, which sucks so much, man. But again,
Such
the
a
leaders
good
have
stretch of
stalled out.
holes
So
coming off that
Finau obviously
difficult
finishing at
14th,
11
now
under.
to the
He bogeyed the
470-yard
17th.
par
You got
for
Wise
15th.
Matsuyama was
Again,
at 12 under. He's now
demanding
dropped
this
back.
tee shot.
So people are struggling,
be
and
on
I
your
mean,
game.
we have to be
Simple as
really
that.
composed here coming down the stretch because we are approaching those holes that they are all struggling at. So club down here, don't want to risk running it through the fairway, especially with big, strong 12-mile-per-hour winds. Take a little bit off of it, a little slow again, but this should be really safely aboard in the middle of the fairway. 260 carry with that wind is really nice with the 3-wood.
Leave a nice yardage, knock it on the green,
292, so I
maybe
mean,
make
pretty
birdie.
much ended out as a driver distance anyway.
Second
Now we
shot
got
it has to be
really
careful
strong
because that
wind.
breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub.
I don't think 9 is going to stop. I don't know if pitching is going to get there. It'll get there, will it? I think pitching is better being short on the green for an uphill putt than long with a chip back. Just granted how I've been chipping and pitching all day. Normally, you guys will see me use the flop shot a lot, as this looks like a really good shot if it gets legs. It does get a favorable bounce. I'll take that every day of the week because that would have ended up on that man in the blue shirts, probably in his
Not
feet
super
if
close,
I cut
but,
9.
Safely on the green.
But normally you guys will see me pull out the flop shot and things like that. I'm
Lucky
pretty comfortable with the
birdie
flop
here at
shot.
15.
The only reason I
does have a
haven't
bit of
really
an
today
incline to
is on
navigate,
round
but
1
other
we
than
kind
that,
of
he
punished
shouldn't
ourselves
lose
with some
much at
flop
all.
shots with wind. So it's tough. It's tough when you get a flop shot from distance, a longer one, and you get it up in the air and the wind just kind of throws it whichever way it wants to. So not going to take that shot out of the bag too often around here. We finally get another one back.
Yes.
Beautiful hole there.
Get up
That
that
second
slope.
shot was
It
actually
is
really
in
good with the
for a
pitching
birdie.
wedge. We get to
He's worked
1 over
it
on the back
to
9 now.
9 under par.
1 over for the day, I believe, as well.
Frank, I think one of the things that
I saw
fans love
Matsuyama
about
squeak
this
back up
golf
there.
is 16,
We got 1
17,
more hole, this
18.
difficult par 5
Each hole
before you
has
head
that
to the
sort of
iconic
depressed moment.
17th. And
Certainly
yesterday we
17, we know
bogeyed that
ball's in the air.
17th.
You're holding
We
your
hit a
breath.
really
It's a
good
better
shot
drop.
that just got a horrible
16,
bounce.
same on that second shot.
I'll try and
You're holding your
shape
breath,
this with a big
wondering,
old fade
where is it?
around
Right
the
in the
corner.
water or left with a chance for 3.
That's why you
Layup
don't
here
get
as
too
well.
sloppy on that tee shot.
My
A lot of
tempo
people
is
look at
back for the
16
most
because
part.
there's a
That is
wide
about our
fairway
4
and they
straight
just get it
drive
down there.
with perfect
The extra
tempo.
10 or 15 yards. There's a little ridge down that left side.
Long
If you
way
catch
back
that,
here.
the
This
ball
is
will
exactly
kick
why I
20
won't be going
yards
for
further
it
forward.
in 2 or
20
even
yards
attempting
is
to
too
get close to the
close.
green in
I'd
2
much
because
rather go into 17 with a
I
4
can't.
iron
I
than a
just
2
can't
iron.
trust myself with all that water on the right. Like if I hit this long, it goes to those palm trees with the bunker. It goes into the water. So we're gonna aim a little ways back. I don't think I'm gonna aim all the way back to the 100-yard because of the position of those 2 trees on the left there. We want to get it at least level par with those, if not past it on the right. And we've done just that. So taking those trees in that beautiful bunker on the left out of play, set ourselves up for a 59-yard straight shot back into the flagstick here. And let's see if we can squeak out and get back to 2. Oh, sorry, we are 1 under now. If we get another birdie, we'll be even on the back 9, which means we'll be 2 under for the day. And I think we can just take this full swing pitch shot because the wind is straight into our face. I know it hasn't stopped, but I gotta think the wind will help us here. A little bit right. I kind of messed it up a bit. But yeah, I mean, it got a very favorable bounce there. Pretty much other than just being a little off
that's
center hit
acceptable
there.
there.
Little fist bump. We got ourselves another chance at a birdie to
This
get
is
back
a
to that 2 under
13-foot.
that we had after 9 before heading to the ever dreadful, terrifying par 3 17th. And we do just that with a beautiful roll. Let's go, our 6th birdie of the day, which is crazy to say we're only 2 under par at this point. But what a just great show of composure to just erase what happened on hole 10 and 11 and get back to the 2-under, headed to this. Pin placement is so, again, I kind of talked about it in one of my other videos. There's a course near where I live. It's called Wood and Sticks, and it's a beautiful recreation of like famous holes around the world, and they have this hole recreated as the 17th at that hole. And on my second day, first day there, I just hit it long. I actually didn't end up in the water on either of the days, which is incredible. But on the second day of the tournament that we were there, the flagstick was in this position with the hill leading back down. And I floated a 52 degree, I think, in there. Obviously, we didn't play at tournament pin, so we were a little bit higher up. I think it may have been a 56 from like 120 yards or something, or 110 yards. And I floated it to the hill and rolled it back to about 5 feet, and I won the close. I think I won closest to the pin. I either won or somebody just edged me out, and it was amazing. It like landed right by the pin, and I'm pretty sure I made birdie as well, tapped it in. So we will have to club down here. I'm gonna get so ballsy here. I know this is stupid. And you'd think, why wouldn't you just end up? It's because of the putt I'm thinking about. And I just think the wind is strong enough that this will get to the front of the green. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not even going to explain my decision. It was a wrong call.
Hustle.
Okay, now you guys can chirp me.
Oh,
Oh, that was so stupid. You're such an idiot. In my head, that looked so good.
That ball will head down
Let me explain myself. You guys call me an idiot in the in the chat, in the comments. I thought a 52, which would have ended up in the center of the green with 10-mile-per-hour winds, would have ended up on the backside, and a putt coming back down that hill could have had legs to get into the water. So I thought getting to a 56, honestly, that was the dumbest decision I've made in a long time. No excuse. You guys can roast me in the comments. Let's just get this one safely aboard. It should catch this hill and snap back. It doesn't snap back.
Okay, that one will need a better fate than the first. It is.
And now we got this to make a bogey. I'm so dumb. That is so dumb. It's so arrogant and not necessary. Now we got down the hill putt for a bogey. Turn, please. Turn, please. Oh. Oh, Mike, you're an actual right old git, aren't you? That's for my British folk out there. God damn it, man. I'm so stupid.
Okay, that'll mitigate things.
Did I miss-hit that 56? Like, why did that come out so soft? Like, I know it was 125 to the flagstick, but I felt like I didn't even hit that 56 over 100 yards. I must have mishit it. Well, we're back to even par. Now, if I don't make a birdie here and at least get out of here, this was an opportunity so wasted. That was so dumb. Like, one thing that, like, I usually, like, if I hit a bad shot, it's like, whatever. I feel like I've done okay and picked a good shot and just either mishit it or didn't execute it. That was a very stupid and very arrogant tee shot. I just hit on 17. Bro, that sucks so much.
Second from the fairway.
I'm just not even gonna think about this. I put too much thought into some of these shots, and it's kind of picked me apart a bit. So hit a good 51 degree here, get it to the pin high on the left, just short of pin high. I need to make this putt to feel like this wasn't a total collapse of a round. What a really stupid round. I started so strong, I started conservative, then so strong to get back to 2 under, made 3 over and 2 holes on the back 9, got those back with 3 birdies, double bogeyed the 17th, and then birdied the 18th to finish 1 under par. That was 7 birdies on the day, and I finished 1 under. That should never happen. That's unexcusable. I let you guys down. We still have the championship Sunday to contest with. We're getting partnered with Scotty Scheffler once again, so we're with him. Wind has died down. Low scores are going to be dropped everywhere around this course. You moron. I can't believe I just did that. That is so freaking lame, man.
4 decades ago, this was swampland. a seemingly ordinary tract of
A
land.
bonus little
No
presentation.
different from any other in this section of Florida. Today, this land will be anything but ordinary. Today, it will test the finest golfers in the world, eager to claim the sport's richest prize. This is the final round of the Players' Championship.
Well, I mean, one thing we can obviously be extremely proud of is the fact that we made it to Championship Sunday here at the Players. I think it's going to take an absolute miracle round to get a shot at winning that beautiful trophy, especially with, you know, you got 10 guys in front of you that are all 10 under or better. But we're right there. We're at 9 under par. We're 4 shots back from the leader currently going into hole 1. Playing alongside Scotty. We know what happened last time. That 71 par 3. If it wasn't so all over the place, I would take that every single day in that kind of wind. But I gotta be nothing but disappointed in my judgment on 17 to kind of throw away a miraculous comeback on that back 9. But we get off here at 1 with a beautiful tee shot. Can't really complain in that regard. That's exactly what you need to do. Kick off a good round. Scotty Scheffler's at 8 under, so he's trying to come from behind. We saw him do it, and we saw him do it in style. He has struggled throughout the season. He's got himself a chance to win his Players here as well. A beautiful drive from Scotty off 1.
And once you put a number up at the Players,
and now it's just try and just go back to what worked on day 1. We shot 6 under par in similar conditions. We were making great wedge shots, making good birdies. We know this course is scoreable. As you see, Scotty, this is beautiful once again. So a man who amazed me with his wedge play when he won a couple weeks ago. Last week? Yeah, it was last week at Arnold, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. So he's dialed. He's feeling it on day 4 here. We got to throw this up in the air and see if we can match him.
25 yards left to the hole, and the pin on the back portion in the left.
This needs to go just a bit. Ah! Not the start I had in mind from, you know, 100 yards out. Now we got to rely on our beautiful pick shot again. This club has saved me on so many occasions. Even being bronze, which means we won't be the most accurate with it. It has gotten us out of situations like that. We have a putt to remain at 9 under because Scotty has a great shot to tie us here. We don't want to drop 2 shots on him. We'll get the par, take it out of the hole, walk to the next one, and see if Scotty now can drop a birdie on 1 again. He's been absolute dynamite in these final rounds.
80% of the time.
He's also got his work cut out for him, but that is a birdie on hole number 1. So the man goes to 9 under par and starts his day off. This could be a tournament to be had. A lot of golf to be remains out there. Frick, I need to get that 17th hole out of my mind because I'm already thinking about how I'm going to play it differently.
Play this the right way. You can get out of
see what Scotty can do. So we hit the trees here last time, so we're not going to play as aggressive of a fade this time. Just take it kind of similar lie. We know we're not going to go for it in 2, so we don't need to be that aggressive. I guess those limbs of those trees stick out farther than I thought. We'll have a look here. So yeah, they are actually pretty far out there, so I don't want to risk anything stupid. We'll go well on the right side here and eliminate the chance of hitting those. Slow again, so this might hang out further right than I was hoping. Get a good kick. Yeah, this slow tempo is really beating me up around here. So got outdrove by Scotty, which is impressive because they usually mess up their shots. We're not going to do any heroics here. We're just going to, in the rough, take our medicine, play this as a 3-shot hole, get it back in the fairway as we do the absolute opposite and hit that one fast. But we got ourselves to a really good spot on the fairway. Pretty flat. Have a chance, 84 yards to get it to the back of that flag. Now the question is Scotty going to play this in 2, or is he going to lay up as well? So the AI of Scotty Scheffler thinking this one over. Currently in 9th place. That just shows you how many guys are shooting 10 or better. He's aiming it to the right, which is interesting. He clears it by a millimeter. He doesn't get it to the green, but holy crap, he played that one awfully close. That would have been risky. If that hit that tree, he had a chance of just dropping it into the crap.
Yeah, did well.
Now,
just to advance the ball
we'll put
down
our
the field.
bronze finesse shot to the test.
Really straightforward third shot.
I've hit it pretty damn well. Finally, we have hit a masterclass of a finesse shot.
Good iron play. When you hit it,
and we got ourselves to get to 1 under par through 2 to start our fourth round here at TPC Sawgrass. Very horrible chip shot there. I guess he was trying to play it for a bank shot off the hill. Very weird to see Scotty just do that. I know it's AI and I get that, but that was just that almost looked like a shank. So he gets himself back onto the green, 3 feet 9 inches to save his par. You'd hate to see him drop one after making a birdie. He does have honors, so we are inside of him here. Looks to be lining this one up on a good angle. And he will drop the par, so really odd third shot after a pretty solid second shot by Scotty Scheffler. And this to get to birdie in on 2. Tie Scotty at 1 under for the day. We now got back to 10 under par. We just gotta stay focused. That's a great start. That's a beautiful start. Taking advantage of those par 5s is what can win tournaments. I say it all the time. Oh man, Championship Sunday, is there anything like it?
You've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
I think we just got to play an 8-iron here and just hope that we can land it softly, because I don't think a 9-iron will get to the front of the green. It's hit well. It's just long and right, but it is hit well. Yeah, we'll take that. That's going to be a difficult putt, but I mean, you can't birdie every single hole out here. I don't think you'll see, you know, we've had rounds on the last round of our win out at the Wetlands Fantasy Course. We shot something like 8 under par. Genesis, we had a really phenomenal last day. I think we shot 8 under par there again. I can't see myself shooting 8 under par out here. Just this is true tournament condition golf.
A birdie putt.
But
for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole
as long as we give ourselves putts, there's always a chance it can happen, even if it's a long way out there. This one's bleeding even farther to the right. I actually pulled it just a smidge. Okay, so yesterday this green was incredibly fast. It's not as fast today. That's definitely not in for a par. It should be a pretty straight one, but it's definitely not in for par. Scotty Scheffler now. Third hole, 15 feet for a birdie. Aiming to the left. I don't know if it's going to snap this much, but I've also been amazed by how AI determine it. Oh, he just gets it in there. So 2 under par now for Scotty after 3. He ties us at 10. Yeah, pretty straight putt down the hill. Just going to tap this one in for our par. Get on to hole number 4. We're okay with that start. Just staying composed at this point. Anything can happen. You'll see the leaders kick off here in a couple hours of in-game time. Probably when we're making our turn is you'll roughly see them. There's quite a few guys ahead of us. 5 groupings, probably just under an hour after us of in-game time as Scotty crushed this one down the right side. It should be okay to clear this. Yeah, he gets a nice kick. So driving the ball pretty well today.
Oh, he gets a little lucky
100 yards to try and drip in his third birdie.
Back into the fairway.
We're going to follow suit here. I don't think we can reach that water, even with a favorable kick. There's not a lot of wind. It's not helping us. But in this time, I've done what I've overcompensated before, and I've hit it 1.4% faster. So
too strong for this.
Sloppy. Very, very gross play here. I'm not overly happy with how I've kind of finished that third round and carried it over into this one. Obviously, we're 1 under, so can't complain too much. Holy, what just happened?
Well, as an old baseball announcer once said,
I don't think I've ever seen an AI mishit a ball that much in any of the rounds we've played on this tour. He either had a flyer lie and the AI just didn't do it, or he just crushed that ball with the wrong club selection. But either way, Scotty Scheffler just made a huge mistake as we hit a really good finesse shot. So, hey, I'll tell you what.
I know it's the second shot.
Our bronze finesse shot is doing absolute magic today.
That's a great
but
shot.
This was just a mind fuck here. Excuse my language. I'm knee deep in the championship golf now. I mean, if I knew he was going to do that, I wouldn't have chirped him on the second shot. That is a masterclass, world-class shot by Scotty Scheffler as we give ourselves another chance for our second birdie of the day. Up the hill, left to right. Yep, beautiful.
Yeah,
So
that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at
kind of
4.
the most
And he's into
scrambly
double
200
figures
par
now
I've
at 10
probably
under
ever
par.
had, but
2 under
nonetheless,
on
we're
his
200
round.
par gets to 11 under for the tournament. Let's see if we can't scare these leaders, and once they start, they see a couple new names at the top of the leaderboard.
He'll finish that
As
one
Scotty
off
taps
with
in for
no
par. It's
problem.
great
It's
par
in for
by
par.
him. A really
And
weird
he's
second
gonna
shot. I have
stay
no
to
idea
that.
what the hell his AI was doing. But hopefully when the
Up
AI
next,
look at the
the
leaderboard and they
difficult
see a
dog-leg
couple new
right,
names
par 4 fifth,
creeping near the
the
top,
longest
it's
par
going to start
4
putting
TPC
pressure on them,
Sawgrass,
hopefully.
measuring 471 yards.
So this is exactly
Fifth
what
hole
we
here
need to
at
do. We
TPC
need to get off to a pretty good
Sawgrass,
start.
long par 4.
It's been
What's the
rocky at
challenge,
times,
Frank?
but 200 par
Depending,
through
really, if
4
you're a long or
holes
short hitter, the
is
long hitters
nothing
have the
to
luxury
cry
of
about.
taking
That
it
is
over
very,
the
very
corner
good start as we
of the
kind of
bunker
drip
down
this
the
one to the
right.
left
Shorter hitters
as
really
well,
play at
but
that bunker down the
we'll be
left,
nice and
trim
safe on the
until
left
you
side of the
run out.
fairway. Difficult shot back into this green, 190 yards on a side hill lie. See what Scotty can do. Another really good looking tee ball. Oh, we might get a bad kick though. Yeah, but we've been there a couple times this week. That flat sand lie is definitely
That one
playable.
too
You can
close to
definitely
the
get
edge,
some
and
good
it's gonna wind
contact,
up falling
get some
into the
spin out of
bunker.
there. But for us, we're a long way back. I think we can muster a 7-iron there. We'll see. I think today I'm just going to trust my initial gut. I've kind of talked through too many shots in the last round. That definitely was the right distance. And it clips a tree and gets a straight drop into the rough. So I probably should have played more left to right off that side hill. And it's going to happen.
Be careful not
Still
to
okay
take
with that shot.
much,
Should be a pretty
if
straightforward
any
chip.
Sand here, his second to this
Yeah, I'm not
par
gonna
4.
overthink too many today, just because I did that and we made birdies, but we made a lot of mistakes yesterday. Another phenomenal shot here by Scotty. He has a chance,
That's a
11
good
feet for
strike
his third
and a
birdie of the
very
day.
good
He'll
result.
start scaring the leaderboards. If you start seeing his name at the top of the leaderboards, you better be scared, because best golfer in the game, one of the best golfers in real golf. Oh, that's a great recovery shot there, and that should be a very
I think you'll be
easy
fairly
tap in
pleased with
par.
that, Frank, what do you think?
I actually forgot to check who won the tournament today. Tony Finau shot 5 under par to finish 24 under. So there you go. Low scores. It can happen. John Rahm had a great day. Batia didn't have the greatest day, so that was a fun group.
Here at
But
1.
Tony Finau with
And he's
24
got
under
to
par
3 under
wins
now, just 2
the
back.
Mexico tournament that they had down there. I believe it was the Mexico tournament. So good to see Tony is
That
still
one
out there
finished
competing
off
at the highest
near this
level.
apart
I
here
just
at
missed. Did
5.
Scotty make that?
And he'll
I actually
stay a
didn't
couple
even
of
look.
shots
I
off
think
the
he
lead.
made it. I guess we'll find out. He'll have honors
Number
if he did.
6, 393-yard par 4. What's in store for us here, Frank?
Another one really where you're just trying to poke it
Yeah, he
down
did.
there. When
11
you
under
stand on
par.
that
Wow.
back tee, there's
Good
an
for him.
overhanging
That's
line that
an
you just get
unbelievable
an eye
start.
of.
3 under
So if
par
you try and
through
hit that
5
ball a
holes
little
now.
too low, that's going to encourage a miss it.
Should be okay. Oh, get a good kick. Ah. Ooh, I don't know if he wants to be in the rough. But again, the
No
rough in this
fairway
game
here,
isn't
this
really
one
that
in
challenging.
rough.
I think I'm going to club down. I'm going to get this close to the 100 again. There we go. There's a good tee shot. I only took clubbing down to the 3-wood, but that's a good tee ball there. 262.
Okay,
So we're
that's
absolutely
gonna be
piping this
safely
club. I mean,
in
this is
the
one of my favorite
fairway,
clubs in
and
real
that's
life
what
as
you need to
well.
play from if you're
It's
gonna
just such
make
a
final
reliable,
round surge.
steady Freddy, as
Walking
they
the course
say.
Today, let's bring in WTD the
Okay, now we got to get over this tree.
119 to the hole. Pin sitting on the left half of the
56
green.
isn't going to cut it. I think we're just going to add a billion degrees of loft here. Don't hit this tree. Oh, I guess that's the back tree I'm looking at. So we're okay there. We should easily clear these front trees. Oh, I've hit it so well. Oh, be good. Be
That
good.
was coming in with just a bit too much heat. Gonna end up just beyond
Okay,
the
I'm
flag.
okay with that. It's basically
That's a
what we
good
knew was
shot.
going to happen. We had to get it
More
past the
importantly,
flag
too,
stick.
green and
If you're
regulation,
short,
so
any
both
sort of
shots.
roll or spin on that is rolling back into the bunker. So good shot there. See what Scotty can do. Scotty's doing what Scotty does, and he's had another masterclass shot in there, showing why he is the best rated golfer in this game. And again, it's good to see. It might sound weird for me cheering on some of these guys, but Scotty had such a rough start in this game. Like it was so weird to see. So To see him win the Arnold Palmer last week and then come into the last round here at the Players, no way it snaps that much.
Good job to deaden it right by the hole, but he
I
did
just left
not
one
let
out
it
there
go in.
on hole 6. That should have been another
13
birdie,
feet
and now
away.
Scotty has a chance to pass me, get to 12 under par, and his name will be right at the top of the leaderboard. One back from the leaders. He also seems to have missed it.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
I haven't seen that happen in this game in a while. That is laughable. That coin is so... One more turn of the ball, and that is in the
Safely
cup.
for par here at the 6th.
So a little
He'll
slow
stay at 11
in terms
under
of
par.
competing with the guys at the top, but 2 under par through 6 holes is a beautiful start to the day. Again, we gotta try and I think
That one
if I
first
really
off,
want to
it's in
compete
for
today,
par.
I think it's going to require
He'll
2 more
stay
under
right
par
where he is.
to on this front 9 to set ourselves up.
Frank,
As you
7th
see
place here at
Matsuyama tee
TPC
off,
Sawgrass.
I think
Can
it's
he
going to
break this
require
one down?
that to get a chance on the back
Not
9
overly
because
long,
those last 4 or
440
5
yards,
holes
but,
are
once
really
again, it's a
difficult.
tee shot.
That
If
par
you're
5
driving the ball well,
is
that's
lengthy
fine. You
along
just
the
sort of
water.
blister it down there,
The
but
par
you're
3
starting to lose one a little
17th,
bit to the
even
right.
the
There's
hole
3 pot
18
bunkers
is
there.
not the
And of
easiest
course,
of
if you're
holes.
fearful of it going
Great
left,
tee shot
there's a
here by
canal
Scotty.
all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
But you know what? We've been playing well. We know we can do it. We know we can come from
Beautiful
behind as
tempo
well
of that
and
swing.
win
This is gonna
the
wind up
thing,
squarely in the fairway.
or at least give ourselves a chance. We haven't won when trailing after 3 rounds. But you know what? My biggest strength right now has been in previous tournaments this club, and we've seemed to figure the tempo out in the last few holes. And we hit another monster drive down here. Will it pass Scotty? It will. So a couple really long tee shots there from this featured group. 305 yards, 131 left to the flag stick. And just trust the game
Frank,
now. I
you've
mean,
been there. What's
we've
the
got
best
to this
way to
Players.
approach
We
this
were
next shot at
invited.
the 7th
We
hole?
were 84 or
There's a lot
5
of
overall.
mounding on this,
We've won a
7th
tournament.
green, you know, to the right and
Oh
the
my
left.
God,
You can
Scotty.
use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag. Well, Rich, I didn't expect this sort of fireworks here today, but already with some birdies on the card and another one here. by the
I'll
looks
tell you
of
what,
this.
playing alongside
From the
Scotty
fairway,
must be
Iona,
some of the
this
most
is
entertaining
second.
golf that we've
It's
seen in this
125
game.
yards to the
It's
front
been
of
a
the green,
blast.
131 all the way to the flagstick.
I've hit it well
And the
again.
pin, it's in the front portion of the green.
Well, Scotty, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Scotty. Let's go! We just painted that
It's come
pin.
out of the gates today beautifully, and there's
Yeah, big
another
fist bump.
chance.
The crowd loves it. We got some fans on our side out here in
4:30
Florida. This is
here,
our 3rd straight
4:30.
tournament out here. We got a 4th one if we decide to play next week, I believe. Oh, no, that might be the Oregon tournament.
Oh, no, that's not staying out, is it? Oh, boy.
Scotty, I can't hype you up that much to have you miss 2 straight putts on the lip. You gotta give your putts a chance to drop, brother. Oh, we'll take birdie and we'll take honors back from him. That is, I can't believe Scotty just missed
gets it
another
to 12
one.
under par.
That coin could not have been any closer. 1 inch. He has to tap this in. This is in match play. I can't just give him that. He has to have the embarrassment of tapping in a 1
That
foot
one
putt.
finished off. It'll be a par here at
But we're both
7,
3 under par.
and he'll
Both
remain
playing well.
At -12.
And now,
Here we are
now
at the
we're
eighth
in a
of these
position
guys.
where
Famed
we're on
stadium course
the
at
radar
TPC
through
Sawgrass,
through
Rich
7
Warner
holes of the
alongside Frank
leaders.
Davilo.
And that's
Frank, this is a
it's
hole that I
big
really like.
news. Again,
And
I get
players
it's
do
AI
too,
and they don't
especially
care
off
where
that
you are
back
at.
tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually
Hybrid's
starts
the
to
only
open
option here, but we're gonna
up.
have to hit it
And,
soft.
This green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
It's going to end up short. It's not going to climb all the way up there.
That's gonna
Well,
be
hot
on the
damn.
putting
Even I can
surface,
surprise
and the
myself
birdie looks
sometimes.
Straight ahead.
All right. All right. I did not expect that. Let's go. That was a beautiful hybrid shot. Probably the best one I've hit. Scotty also with a medal. He's hit it pretty well just to the left. But he gets a great kick to the left or to the right. He's going to end up just past us, so we might be able to get a little bit of a read here. I think we both made it to the pretty flat, pretty straight part of the green. I can't see this one breaking a ton. He's missed 2 straight putts on the lip. He's aiming well out left. But again, AI kind of do weird things with their putts and everything. Okay.
Yes,
For half a
getting hot
millisecond,
here
I
just
thought that was
before
going to end
the
up on the
turn.
lip
That's
again. So a
birdies now
great
at
little
7 and 8.
drip putt into the flag
he'll
stick.
move
Okay,
to
so it is
3
pretty
under
left to
here,
right,
just
slightly
one
up the hill.
shot off
We
the
know it's
lead.
going to move. It won't be as drastic as his because he came from a slightly different angle. But we got to respect the break. Give it enough. Pace is everything.
Nope.
And we
Good
just
effort,
rammed it
but
through the
that's gotta
break.
wander a few feet by.
We just rammed it. I needed to play. It was uphill, but I probably didn't need to add anything onto that. A fast tempo just killed that ball. Well,
Okay,
Scotty
in for
makes a
par
beautiful
here at
birdie putt after 2
And
missed
no remaining,
ones on the 2
one
previous
shot back.
holes. And he is now in a great position as he climbs the leaderboard. And you see Wise just
Frank out
bogeyed, so
tonight.
he's
This
not even at the
really is
top of the
one of my
leaderboard.
favorite par
Matsuyama's
fives
at 13
in the
under.
entire sport.
Scotty and I are both at
And,
12 under
I
par.
certainly enjoy watching
Things are
people
going to
play
get
it today,
exciting down the
Rich.
stretch.
It used to be
We
unreachable, but the longer hitters now,
we're in a good
we're
position
starting to
through
see
9
them go
holes.
for
Now
this
the only
par
issue I
five
see is
regularly
we're
too. And
we're
the
not
reason
in the
why they
final
start
grouping
to
or anywhere
drive
close to the
more
final
down the right
grouping.
now than what they
There
used
is
to.
about
People
5 or
try and
6
go down
groups
the left side. The right
coming
side,
behind
it
us.
hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second
Right
shot.
now, we are at the par 5 ninth with an opportunity to go 4 under par for the day. Or are we 4 under? We might already be 4 under. No, we finished at 9, so we're 3 under at the day. I don't even know what we're at. I'm just going to shut up and focus on hitting some good shots. So back to being a little bit slow, but I played this one, again, same as yesterday, way out to the right, so we got lots of room to work with.
He just keeps motoring.
I mean, this is such a hard fairway to miss. If you miss this fairway, I really believe you've done something really horrible. So good shot there. We'll see what... I can't see Scotty going for this, knowing his AI. He keeps the 3-wood in hand. He has hit this one really high. Wow, what a good shot. It's going to end up pretty bad, unfortunately. That should be an okay shot to get out of. It'll be, as a right-handed, pretty easy. If I was me, I'd be standing very awkward at the top of that bunker.
We're looking at 4.
I will admire his shot going over those trees and club down and play this as a 3-shot hole, similar to how I've been playing it for the last 4 rounds. Because I don't need to be a hero. It's a good shot, 72 yards. We left ourselves in a great angle coming back into this flag. Our wedge game, for once, has been really dialed in with this finesse shot. Let's see if we can't keep the momentum going. I'm gonna add a bit more right to this, just because we are on a slight downhill side hill lie. Oh, I've clipped it. That's such a bad shot. So the fear of being a bronze shot, and so immediately one thing that, regardless of what people think about the gameplay, one thing I've said this game does extremely well is the audio of a miss hit or a good hit. That sounded clunky and fat. I don't know if the recording you guys are listening to will pick that up well. It sounded really fat or almost thin in a way. Like I clipped it way too good. Like in a real world, I probably had no divot. Like I just probably picked it right off the fairway, and Scotty just made a mistake as well. So we're kind of not doing the best here. But that's the good thing, is if you have a bronze medaled shot and you hit it bad, it has that really like oomph sound to it, which you don't want from a wedge shot. You don't want a wedge shot to sound like it has that force behind it, because it just means that you didn't clip it flush. You hit it. I don't know why I said fat. You hit it thin. It came out very, very clunky, and I don't know what Scotty's doing here, but he's made an absolute mess of this par 5. This to avoid dropping a shot after such a wonderful second shot. Yeah, he ended up in the bunker, but to go from bunker to missing it long, he has now given himself a horrible drop shot on a par 5. And this, for us to capitalize on it, I've hit it hard. I've hit it. Oh my God, thank God it caught that lip. And now we're 4 under par. 13 under, a bogey-free 4 under par front 9 is exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed. And unfortunately for Scotty, that is such a shame, as he had a chance to go 5 under par through 9 and settles for 3 under with a drop shot. So two shot swing, as you see Hideki is doing what he needs to do. He's under par now for the day. So much golf to be played. And we know what I did on the last few days in the back 9. Anything is possible. Right now, composure is everything. We'll club down again. No sense running through the fairway.
Bunker on the left-hand side.
And this, I need to hit this club more. This is just absolutely piped down the center of the fairway. 261 carry on a dry day. Firm fairways, that thing could be a 300-yard shot in the bag. Beautiful shot. The crowd is starting to rally behind me. They can feel the excitement. They can feel the energy. And let's just see if we can hold on here. Yeah, Scotty put a little bit extra oomph behind that one. Probably a little upset with the bogey. Takes a very aggressive lie. And unfortunately for him, he has found another fairway bunker.
That wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this.
So similar to what we saw the AI of Scotty Scheffler do in the first few events of the season, it seems to be haunting him again, where he's just starting to compound mistakes. Club down here. Hit it flush. This should be really good again. Let's go, baby. You know what? I'm winning this whole damn thing. Why can't I shoot a 59 to win the whole thing? Let's go.
Stone cold close.
Gonna have to flight this 80.
Yes.
No way. His second out of the bunker.
I'm feeling confident now. This is also a very good shot out of the bunker. That is a phenomenal shot out of that bunker. So maybe he's starting to feel it again. Big old fist bump. Goofy grin that this game has in for Scotty Scheffler. Let's go. That was huge. I need to make that putt, though. And he erases the bogey on the 9th with a beautiful birdie on the 10th. Gets back to 4 under par. And sees my great shot and matches it. And now we have a chance to get to 5 under par.
Okay, well done.
Let's go, baby. We're not making any mistakes from here on out. I ain't afraid of this course.
And he'll move to within a shot of the lead.
Let's go. Matsuyama birdie, Zalatoris birdie. It's starting to get real spicy out there, ladies and gentlemen. But we have now got ourselves in a position with a great stretch down the back half of this course to set ourselves up for our first ever Players Trophy. But a long way to go till then.
Be willing to potentially pay a price if it doesn't work out.
And we are just hitting everything on the absolute button now. Let's go, baby.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway.
And what's even better is we've kind of capitalized on the settings that we've had now. So we've gotten the win. We finished in the top 10 on most of the events. We said at the beginning, if you remembered, if you watched round 1 and 2, I said, after this tournament, we are changing settings to get more realistic. We're getting rid of the apex. We're getting rid of some of the aids. Yes, we're playing on the hardest difficulty, A at 100%. Yes, we're playing on putting hard, swing shot hard. But we're getting rid of all these guides. So this is our last tournament to really understand our game and really put the focus into what our strengths are and go out and try and win this damn thing so we can head into the future events with even more difficulty, confident that we know how to close these things out. And right now, the task at hand is coming from behind in a tournament where we were not leading. We were in like the 6th group. And see if we can't go out there and win this. Scotty now taking dead aim at this flagstick on a par 5, and he's hit this one very well. This could be extremely good. So I've always said I am not taking unnecessary risks on par 5. We did what I wanted to do. Scotty saw that and just threw a dart on a par 5 to 10 feet for an eagle putt. And now for us, we have a hard decision to make because we know, I know that my pitch has not been great. So I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to throw a spinner into here and hope that we can one-hop stop it on the green to at least have a chance at birdie after seeing Scotty throw a beautiful shot. And I'll tell you what, bronze medal or not, that is a sensational shot after seeing Scotty do that. And now the only thing we can do is sit back and see what happens. Is there ever a doubt with this man? Is there ever a doubt with this man? When he is on, he is on.
Chance now for another birdie.
Right to left, down the hill. It's going to be quick.
No, it's going to miss right.
How does Scotty's ball from farther out, I know he played absolute drip putt speed. How does that not turn? It just turned on the way back up, and that was a down the hill putt. That's okay.
One shot off the pace.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No way that just happened. And now with an eagle,
Now,
Scotty
hole
is
number
tied.
12,
Oh,
it's a
this is
short
going to
one,
be
358 yard, par 4.
This
starting to
can
get the
catch you off
feels.
guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway,
I
if
actually
you're on the
can't
middle
believe
of
that
the fairway
didn't
or the left
turn.
side, you will have a blind second
It was a
shot.
right to left putt
So
downhill.
ideally, hit
We
it
took
down
some
that
pace
right
off of
side
it.
of the fairway if
We
you wanna see
played
the
for the
flag.
downhill, and it still didn't even. Whatever. Reset. Oh my God, Scotty, you got to start hitting some fairways.
And that one not straight
I mean,
enough.
with the way
It's
he's
gonna
playing
work
it, it
its
seems like
way
it doesn't
into
matter,
the
but
bunker.
we'll get aggressive here again. We cleared this bunker. Yes, we had helping wind. I don't think this is being stupid. I think this is just a smart play on this hole. When you have the ability and the power to clear that bunker, although this needs to sit now. Okay, not great.
Too strong for this.
I don't
hole,
think
eh?
it's stupid to try and just
Ran
blast
out of
this one
fairway
past the bunker and have a
into the
flip
rough.
wedge in.
Big hit though.
I can't believe Scotty just eagled that hole. That was absolutely incredible second shot. One thing I will say is his bunker shots might be the worst I've seen in this game. I don't know
Just too tough to
what
control out of the
metal
sand. That
number.
one
I've
unable
played
to
as
hold
Scotty.
the
He
green, it'll run
has
off
good.
into the short stuff.
I really legitimately don't know what the hell his AI is doing with these bunker shots. I don't even know what to play here. I have not been confident with this flop shot in a hot minute. But we got to try it. It's the only shot I can get that'll land potentially right by the flag stick. And that's what I was afraid of. Hit it slow. The miss is increased. It's heightened. We just put that in a horrible spot. Oh, no. That's okay. We don't need a birdie here. We don't need to birdie every hole. Yes, it'll give us a better chance of winning.
Woo, Nelly.
Sit.
He whizzes past the hole.
Well, he's giving
Difficult
himself a
putt coming
chance
out.
at a par putt. I can't believe after seeing that eagle,
An outside look here for
after
birdie.
seeing that eagle for Scotty on the hole before, to have his AI just obliterate a bunker shot again. You're not going to... Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yes!
Indeed. The line there. Perfect. It is
The Under Armour
in for a
athlete
birdie.
shows up at his first
He moves to
major,
15
even though
under.
it's not a major. It's the fifth unofficial major, and he is putting a lights out performance here on day 4.
Oh,
What an
nothing
absolute
about
ridiculous
that.
par he just
Well
made.
done.
One
Roll it
blemish
in
on the
for par.
scorecard for Scotty
And he'll
Scheffler
stay
after
at
he
15
once again just got eaten alive by those bunkers. Matsuyama, Webb,
Number 13
now tied
here
atop the
at Sawgrass,
leaderboard.
tricky
He has
181
way more
yards,
holes
par
left than
3.
I do, so we're
You don't
not
have to hit directly
by
at
any
this
means
flag. When that flag's at the back
on
there,
a
you can
clear-cut
use the contours. When it's on the left, once
position
again, you
to
can use
make
the
this
ridge
into
in
the...
middle of
But we
green.
are in a
Matter
position...
of fact, one of the hardest hole
I don't know what I'm trying to
occasions
say.
is
What I'm
when
trying to
it's
say
in
is
the
we're in a
front
good spot now
right,
to
'cause
try
that's
and
when
get
you
to
have
the
be perfect.
clubhouse with the lead. That's what I was trying to say. This is going to take a great shot here over the water. This is the part of the golf course that you really can't afford to mess up too much. So this one is going to go out to the right. It should be pin high. Just passed. And safe. It is dry.
Yeah,
it
that's
is
a
safe
popular spot.
with
How about
another
that
downhill
for
putt.
birdie?
So many
13.
downhill putts. I believe that's downhill. Looks downhill anyway. Now the man Scotty Scheffler on probably one of my favorite par 3s in the entire schedule. 17 is iconic. This one's just so beautiful. And he too will throw a really good shot in there as he rolls back down the hill. This is going to be fun, guys. This is going to stay tuned. We're almost there.
Now
We're on hole 13.
Another birdie.
See what Scotty can do.
Yeah, that's good putt. A birdie here at 1.
No
Will
way.
certainly help the cause.
He gets to 15 under par,
This
and
is
we
a
are
13-footer.
left with a down the hill, left to right. I don't think it's going to turn that much, but it is going to turn. That's the thing.
Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he will take over
7 under
sole
par, baby.
possession of the lead here
We're
midway
having one of those.
through these
I'm having one of those
final
feels
9
like the
holes.
Genesis Open,
Now one of the
where
most
something
demanding
just
holes
feels
on this
right.
golf course, the
It just
14th,
feels like
481
I'm
yards,
matching
par
that
4.
pressure being
If you
put
ever
on by
wanna look
Scotty.
this test
It
at
seems like
TPC,
Matsuyama hasn't really found his
Silverstone,
game
well,
that
check
much
the tee
today.
shots on 14.
I think he's only
You
2
strike
under
it down
par.
here, you
To
know
be
you're driving
7
the
under
ball
par
well.
this
Too
late in the
often we see
tournament
people missing with the mounds on the right.
and hitting the ball so much better than we did yesterday. Let's go, baby.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low
the rookie on his first year on the PGA Tour has just putting on a clinic on round 4 and still knows that the job is nowhere near close to being finished. We are approaching that stretch that I've been talking about all week, the stretch that has been seeing us shoot pretty much. What was it? We bogeyed the 17th on day 2, bogeyed the 18th, double bogeyed and bogeyed. I think we're sitting at like 6 over par on those 2 holes alone for the week. It is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen, but if you are not entertained at the prospect that we are heading into the final stretch of holes as a rookie on the PGA Tour, playing absolute lights out after struggling for 2 straight days, to be 7 under par at this point and have a chance to win our first ever Players Championship, I don't know why you're still watching this video. This is incredible. This is fun golf. I love seeing the AI absolutely match my pace and really like forcing me to play absolute perfect golf. And I can't miss a tempo right now. I literally can't hit slow if I wanted to. And that's what's so weird about this game, is you'll go into one round and you will be super fast or super slow and never be able to correct it, is what I guess I'm trying to say. And then you go into another day as we see Scotty just blow that one past on the low side. So a first putting hiccup in a long time. Oh, God. And then a day like this where it feels like nothing you do can stop it from being perfect tempo. I'm not going to celebrate.
Yes, plenty of pace.
I am not going to celebrate.
It is in for a birdie. And that will push him into the lead here.
We are currently tied for our lowest round on the PGA Tour. We are currently in the lead at the Players Championship with 4 holes remaining. Some of the 4 toughest holes this game has to offer. We have come from behind, and we are now 1 ahead of Matsuyama. We started the day at 9 under par. We are currently 17 under par. Let's keep this going, boys and girls.
Another one of those par 4s around 450 yards. Ideally hit it tee shot down the right side, keeping it away from that bunker, but that's a flat bunker down the right with no lip, so it's still not too bad. Biggest problem here is that green. So many undulations on this green.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start.
That is a monster 3-wood, 279. I know what it's going to take to win this. I know we got to close this out. Finishing par at this point probably won't even get the job done.
That one looking a little
Scotty is finally going to find a fairway after scaring that bunker again. But that's an aggressive shot that leaves them with very little left into this flag. So a very, very good shot by the AI of Scotty Scheffler.
Once again, precision is so important as we look at the second shot to the 15th.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag here. You're looking at birdie, but if you miss,
little fast on that one. That's because I had to add the extra power.
Right. Tough to get it up and down.
But that is still a pretty good shot. Gives us a chance. 2-putt is what I want.
Very good in the air. Just
par would be great on these 4 holes, but I'm being 100% realistic when I'm telling you I don't think par for the final 4 holes is going to cut it, especially when you see swings like this. Scotty is going to end up with another extremely important birdie putt at 5 feet.
Like, what, 6-7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
These down the hill putts are really starting to scare me.
It's for birdie.
It will go right to left. It will straighten out. Oh, such a good putt. It's such a good putt. Really, I'm not mad at that. It's just, I want to win this so bad now. Like I said, if I got into a position where I had a chance, as Scotty drops another birdie, so he is what?
It's a birdie here at 15.
He is also 8 under par. He started 1 back from me today.
Into the lead with just
this to save our par.
17th,
we are still playing bogey-free golf at this point. This has been a historic back nine at a beautiful TPC Sawgrass. Matsuyama at 16 under. Scotty Scheffler at 16 under. We are lone wolf at the top of the leaderboard. And we approach the point of the golf course where I have played some of the worst golf I've played in any tournament. But I have all the confidence in the world, and why wouldn't you after playing so well up into this point? As Scotty drills another mammoth tee shot down there, probably 310, 312. So he is we know he's going to go for it. And if you know anything about how I've been playing this week, I'm not going to go for it. There's no way leading a tournament that I would ever risk that. Why is this coming out directly right with a perfect tee shot? Oh, please hit soft. So we're in the same spot we were yesterday, almost identical. It did stop in the first cut. That was weird. I hit that shot literally on the button. And no way, Jose, are we ever going to do that to ourselves. We're going to play at the same club we played yesterday, same position. I've hit it well. It came out well. This should be nice and safely aboard the middle of the fairway. Like, look where that pin placement is. Scotty might go for this, and I think it's extremely risky. But if he pulls it off,
could have gone a little further down the fairway, but still, hey,
I've seen this man pull off absolutely insane things. The gallery is starting to get large around these monster grandstands as we approach the ever-famous hole.
Oh, this could be trouble.
Oh, no. Oh, no! The double wood bounce!
That's not a precursor of things to come. It is.
I thought for a second when Rich Lerner said this is going to be bad, it looked like it was going to clear. It hit the wood, bounced to the second wood. Oh, no. No way he just did that. That may have thrown away his tournament. Oh, God. Sit.
Nope, just not enough earth there to slow that ball down, and it is going to wind up in the hazard. Chance now for another birdie.
And I'd say this one has a little bit of right to left in it, though I think all in all, not a lot, up or down.
Thank God he didn't make that.
Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't play with fire and go for a bronze medal shot on hole 16 with the flag is so close to the edge of the water. There is no real reason why I just didn't trust the pitch shot to stop. Yes!
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away.
Holy crap, my heart literally just stopped. I can't believe the two of us are in for par after both of us found the water. Obviously, Scotty going for it in 2.
Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain
I didn't think for a chance that had a shot of spinning off the green. And now Matsuyama, and this is what I was talking about. To finish on even par through 4 with Matsuyama having the entire back 9 to play with is going to be tough. And now, with the gallery just swarming, can Scotty pull it off? It looks good. Yeah, it looks really good. An absolute masterclass of a shot there by Scotty Scheffler. And now we can't even play this safe. We know what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's safe. That's all I care about. Honestly, a really good tee shot.
Okay, didn't want to risk
I didn't even want to contemplate hitting a bad shot there. This is down the hill, so it's going to be extremely fast. Take about half the pace off. It's going to trickle right to left to right. I know this pin placement. Yeah! Oh, I didn't think that was going to go in. Let's go!
Down the slope, it's in for a birdie.
Yes!
He's got it to minus 18.
Oh, he did it. He's at 17 under par.
That's in for birdie here at
We have now,
17.
at this point, tied our lowest round in any tournament through 8 weeks of the PGA tournament. Matsuyama has now birdied a second straight hole to tie us.
18th hole here at TPC
Well,
Sawgrass.
I mean, we have this hole to play, but I have given this every possible chance I could to continue down the stretch and battle back. I said even par through 4 wasn't going to work. We birdied the ever difficult 17th on that championship Sunday pin placement. Scotty has nailed an absolute missile down this fairway on 18. We're going to have to match that. I think we're going to have to birdie this hole if we want a chance to win. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are as entertained as I am. What an unreal, historic round I am putting up today. We hit it right on the button. It is a little bit up the right side, a smidge, but we should have a great angle. Yeah, right side of the fairway is probably where you want to be. We have now given ourselves another opportunity to set up for final hole drama. We still have to wait the guys behind us. We know Matsuyama's out there scoring now. Scotty, if he wants any chance of tying,
once again,
he needs to hit this one close.
On the left side, so the tendency is to miss it on the right. But
Oh, he's... Oh, my God.
This is another second.
Go in the hole. Oh, my word.
And final iron shot of the day.
Listen to the
And it is
crowd.
one of the best we've seen here at the closing hole.
Unreal by Scotty Scheffler on hole 18. And now Michael Webb, the Canadian, the rookie. An unreal weekend, an even better final round. And just about matches the call. And that will be to get to 10 under par. I'm not trolling when I say this. I legit did not think I had anything like this in my bag after those last 2 rounds. An up the hill left to right to go 10 under par. Our best ever round in EA Sports PGA Tour comes at Championship Sunday of the Players.
Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And
let's go, a 62.
Our round of golf.
And Scotty now to probably match that. And now we just got to sit and wait and see what happens. Do we pull out our first ever unofficial major tournament?
And that's going to wrap up our 18 holes of golf. Just a tremendous week here on the first
Let's
coast
go!
of Florida. Our featured golfers putting it all together.
Matsuyama bogeyed out.
Sterling silver trophy.
And just a big start to the year too.
No
Rich. I mean,
way
it's the
that
first of the
just
big
happened.
championships this season, but to win around TPC Sawgrass,
Yes!
especially in that manner, thumbs up.
I thought there was no way we were going to win that. And we shot a 62 on the final day. And Matsuyama bogeyed out on 16, 17, 18. Let's go! Let's go! I actually can't believe we just pulled that off. I thought there was no way Matsuyama was... I thought a playoff at best was coming. I can't believe I just won that tournament. I knew we had a chance. I knew if we played well enough on a day where there were scoring opportunities. But to shoot a 10 under par alongside a man who was just out there making me work every single shot of the way, knowing we were not the final grouping, and to see, I feel bad for Matsuyama, who just bogeyed out 16, 17, and 18. We've been there. But that win gets us to 2nd overall in the Golf World Rankings. It gets us to way ahead of the FedEx Cup rankings. I'm a little speechless. Like, that is the best round I've shot in this game, bar none. And it may have looked easy. It wasn't. We hit some unreal shots with bronze. I'm actually mind blown. That is so incredible that we just went in and did that. And what's even better, guys, is we said after the Players, leading into the Masters, we're going to make everything a little bit more challenging. You guys have been saying it's a little unrealistic shooting 20 under par all the time. Well, I think what I just did was insane, we are going to increase the difficulty. So not only are we already playing on the hardest putting and the hardest swing mechanics, we are going to remove that apex shot tracker. We are going to make it all come down to feel. And then eventually, let's say by the time we get to the PGA Championship, so the halfway mark, the second major, if we're still finding it easy after that, we will turn on some more challenges. But ladies and gentlemen, the players have come and gone. We have officially won that tournament at 19 under par, as my controller just freaked out there. I hope you guys love that video. Like and subscribe. This is actually blowing my mind what just happened. And I guess we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. That is now, what, 8 weeks done of the schedule. We are getting ever so close to revisiting the Masters. And I'm just extremely happy that we signed with Under Armour. We did well at the Florida Classic to win it. We came second at Arnold Palmer Invitational. And we somehow, through all the adversity during rounds 2 and 3, pull off a win at the Players. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.